Do you think there will be, or if there is, like, what will be the long-term lasting effects from this? Do you see major changes coming to college baseball because of this?
I think there's a real chance, and especially if football and basketball get pushed back into the
Mm-hmm.
spring, which it sounds like there's more and more chance that could wind up happening. And
Mm-hmm.
I think if that happens, I could definitely see um, an easy excuse to kind of push baseball back later as well, so that there's less overlap and there's less strain maybe on the athletic departments from a logistics standpoint. So, considering there's a lot of momentum to push the season back anyway, this might be exactly the circumstances we needed to kind of really get that thing to actually happen. Now, you know, I know there's challenges to playing college baseball in the summer, but one thing to keep in mind is that most teams still wouldn't play that deep into the summer. It's just the teams that are in the postseason make deep postseason runs. Those would be the ones that would play into July under this new model. But I just think baseball is a summer sport.
Mm-hmm.
And we started in the middle of February. That's wintertime. That's wintertime. It's wintertime in the north. It's wintertime in the south. I mean,
Yeah.
I've had series snowed out in Chapel Hill in February. So certainly Columbia. You guys know you've had some cold
Yeah.
weekends in February.
Yeah.
Um, it's not fun, and so I think it's bad for arms to start that early.
Mm-hmm.
You do see more injuries. We had a piece about that on our site a week or two ago. Kendall talked to an expert from Dr. Andrews's center. They did a big study, and it showed that you get those arms going in cold weather, it is more likely to lead to injuries. And so, from an arm care standpoint, player athlete welfare, um, pushing the season back makes sense. I think also it gives you a chance to make more revenue. I mean, people do like to go to baseball games during baseball weather. And I know it's
Mm-hmm.
hot in the summertime in the South, but I mean, there's lots of teams that play baseball in the South and draw, whether
Mm-hmm.
it's in the state of Texas or Florida or wherever. I mean, you still have baseball in July.
Yeah.
You just try to play more night games and you'll be okay. So I think it makes a lot of sense in a lot of different ways. And it's really the best path we have to make baseball financially viable, which is another obvious concern now in this kind of COVID-19 era is we don't want to have a bunch of programs cut. So how can we make college baseball support itself a little better on a national level? And I think that if we played baseball later in the year, some of those northern teams like the Big Ten, I mean, those are powerful brand name programs that haven't ever been able to really maximize their potential from a revenue standpoint because we play in the wintertime. And
Mm-hmm.
so, but people go to baseball games in the north, when it's baseball weather. I mean, the Madison Mallards average 5,000 or 6,000 fans a game. Why can't the University of Wisconsin have a baseball team and do better than that? That's a bigger brand name than the Madison Mallards, So I just think that there's a lot of upside for the sport on a national level if we can, in fact, play the game when it's supposed to be played.